I feel like Griswold is sort of the black sheep of the Cars on the Road diecast line so far. She's the only character from her episode to be released, that episode being The Legend, and she's one of a group of three. She, of course, was one of the three cryptid hunters that Lightning and Mater team up with to track down Bigfoot, who, of course, ends up being Ivy. I was very surprised to see Griswold revealed to be a 2022 release, especially because her other two cryptid hunters, whose names I forget, weren't released alongside her. Hopefully we get those two soon, but until then, we just have Griswold, who looks an awful lot like another car, Bill Revs. The Cars series is, of course, no stranger to reusing animation models. It not only is a good way for the animators to keep their budget in line, it also keeps the Cars series pretty realistic. In real life, there are only so many types of cars out there, so it makes perfect sense that we see several cars of the exact same car model all throughout the Cars series. This is done all over the place. Heck, just look at the Piston Cup racers who, when you boil it down, only use 3 or 4 different design styles across all 36 Piston Cup racers, right? And that, of course, is translated into the diecast line, where we just have 3 or 4 different diecast molds that all the Piston Cup racers use. Cars on the Road reuses a lot of models, a lot of them from Cars 3, but a lot from 2, and even some of the Cars tunes. And I thought it was pretty interesting that Griswold is very, very close to a car we already had in Cars 3, that, of course, being Bill Revs. Not only does she have the same car model as him, she also has the same design scheme as him, and might have, like, the same dirt detailing as him. I don't think that last one is true, but you can see they are quite similar. Typically, they try to change up the character's paint job or something when making two cars of the same model, but I guess they decided, well, A, Bill is a very minor character in Cars 3, so who cares, and B, Griswold has all this other additional stuff on her, as well as the Cryptid Hunter logo on the side, so, you know what? Slap these accessories on, clean up the paint job a bit, and now you have a brand new character. And that's something pretty cool about the Cars series, is that they can do things like that, right? They can make new characters by just changing very little out of ones they already have. Anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Griswold from the 2022 Cars on the Road line. So let's get started. Very nice artwork for her there. You can see all of her equipment, the light, the boom mic, which is really funny, the camera, and this little storage compartment we've got new for 2022. On the back, you can see some of the other Cars on the Road releases with Cruise, Lightning, K-Pillar Derev, Speed Demon, Royce Revler, or Royce Revsley, sorry, and then Griswold herself, of course. Still don't have Cruise, still don't have K. I've reviewed Speed Demon and McQueen, and I recently reviewed Royce in the accessory 2-pack with Dats Jammin'. But yeah, very excited for Griswold here. Like I said, she's sort of like the black sheep of the Cars on the Road line. And I feel like she's quite the overlooked release. But here she is out of the package. And just like I suspected, she does have a matte paint job. But the shade of orange is actually quite a bit different from Bill Revs. You could tell they are distinctly two differently painted cars. Although, you know, they are the same mold and pretty similar color schemes. You can see she has the same sort of wood grain as him. Same sort of everything, very similar dirt detailing, but not the same dirt detailing. Similar rust detailing in some areas like the hood, but again, not the same. And that's it for me comparing her to Bill Revs. We get it. They share a mold, share a pretty similar color scheme. Basically, all the incidentals in Cars on the Road are similar to someone who we already saw in the Cars series, and like I said earlier, I really don't have a problem with that. But you know, I want to focus on Griswold as her own car because she is very interesting. Pretty nice expression. Not sure how in character it is. I'd like something a bit more intense for the Cryptid Hunters, but whatever. We have this hilarious spotlight up top and the boom mic. The boom mic is plugged in to her rear window there. And if you didn't already notice, look at that. She has muddy tires, which is awesome. And really annoying. If you've been following my channel, you know I'm not the biggest fan of what they've decided to do with Salt Flats racers, giving them fully white tires to try to make it look like they're covered in salt. Since they started doing this, I've been complaining, why not make it like the beach racers or the ice racers? those looked far more realistic in terms of how they did the snow detailing or the sand detailing on the wheels. And for whatever reason, they did realistic detailing for Griswold here. Very, very nice mud detailing on the wheels. I didn't even notice that this was a feature of the diecast until I already had it at home. I had no clue, and I think that looks really, really good. If only they could have done that in white for the Salt Flats racers. That will confound me to no end. I have no clue why they chose to do what they did with those guys. But yeah, I just want to check very quickly if, does she have the same smile as Bill Revs? No, she actually has a different mouth. That's very nice. Okay. Now going back to the side, you can see we have this little crest, which is so funny. We've got this sort of shield emblem with these wings and weapons sticking out of it, and then the letters CBC, probably for County Cryptid Busters. Not sure what it says above that. Maybe Wayne. They were from Wayne County. I find it so funny that the place they're from is just called Wayne County. It's such a normal sounding name. It's not even a car pun. And I don't have a problem with that. It's just there are so many car puns in the Cars series. It's just kind of unnatural when we hear something that's not a car pun, right? That's a normal town name. There's probably some place out there called Wayne County, right? Comment down below if you live in a place called Wayne County. What are the odds of that? I have the luggage bag here, the roof rack, or the luggage bag on the roof rack. In the show, it is a bit of a lighter color. Not sure if it's that much lighter. Just consulting the artwork, you can see it definitely isn't that light of a gray, but not really a big deal. And I just love the detail of that spotlight. It, of course, is a piece inserted in there. It's a little wobbly, but it is definitely a very stable piece. Yeah. Yeah, Bill Revs is missing a license plate. So, too, is Griswold here. It's not something that they fixed. And you can once again see rust detailing is quite a bit different between the two of them. There is a look at the other side. And then finally, her little camera that's mounted here, which is so funny. It's just a small little car-mounted camera. And yeah, this is a really great diecast. You can see the full extent of the mud detailing there. Kind of surprised they didn't paint the base in brown. It just makes me even more confused as to why they chose to do the mud detailing. And I really respect and appreciate that they did that. But yeah, also she just has completely different wheels than Bill Revs. She has little treads on the side of her wheels. Bill Revs just has regular old wheels, or tires rather, sorry, you can see. She has sort of these ridges, and then Bill, that guy's just got regular old tires, because he's not living on the edge. Not living on the edge like Griswold here is. Let's move her back before she falls. But yeah, really cool diecast. Hopefully we get more like her. It just shows how much potential there is for Cars on the Road diecasts. Once they just continue making them and branch out and do more things from more different episodes, I'm very excited for the future of Cars on the Road diecasts. And Griswold is a great start for a lot of characters we could be getting, in addition to all the Salt Flats ones we've been getting. I can't wait to see more variety from Cars on the Road diecasts in 2023. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.